Hello, everyone. It looks like I've got some controversy to address and some new information to give you. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone. Hello, Mr. Righty. Hello, Miskatonic Librarian, Rabbit, bum number one. I'm probably not streaming CK3 again until the Game of Thrones mod comes out, and then I'm going to actually do a consistent playthrough of it. So, hello, Nivy. All right, now let's start by getting into the chronic traitor here. You see, my advice is if you ever do YouTube, if someone is a traitor, don't trust them because they'll probably betray you at some point. All right, Cat, let's get into this crap. I love saying I don't want to be involved, and then people lying about respecting my decisions, taking shit way out of context, and then trying to create some BS narrative. Do explain. I have 3 giant texts from Seth/Muse that acknowledge they did not wish to be involved. True. They told YTS to leave me out of things. Well, they asked for some small edits. They never actually said to completely leave you out. And they did not consent to that video being posted. They did not. Now, the reason I posted that video, in spite of everything else, is because I now know that Wes Moast has more than one victim. And I wanted to warn people. And I'll be getting further into that later. So yes, am I a hypocrite? Yes. Did I screw some people over? Absolutely. But in the moral scales, I did the right thing. I did not inform YTS or Muse of anything beyond Chris Hansen's involvement. That is also true. I will confess, I took some creative license. Imagine from my perspective, you have him on the ropes, saying that his every word and action had been reported to us. The man shit his pants. I know he did. I'm not a news channel. I am still at heart a trolling channel. And I can't quite escape it. I don't trust Hansen. I do not like him. I don't respect him. I never have. That's a smart policy. Involving him did indeed make this feel like a TV show. I'd argue Wes Moast's first video made this a TV show. Which is why I specifically said I did not want to be involved. That it made me uncomfortable. I am not a spy or a mole. That's ridiculous. Okay, yes you are. You are indeed a spy. You took information, very sensitive information, and then handed it off to the enemy. You are a spy. Now, I'll admit I have a loose definition of spy, but you definitely qualify by every definition. I am my own person who had their own issues with an individual and then decided I no longer wish to be involved for my and my family's safety. Your safety, okay. Interesting. What do you mean by that? And also, you involved yourself. See, unless Wes Moast has lied when sending me those things, you were in fact involved. You involved yourself. I still do not wish to be involved by either side. Again, you involved yourself. So I fail to see why. It's kind of like throwing the first punch and then crying when someone beats the shit out of you. It just doesn't work. To suggest I have been secretly reporting to one party or another is beyond stupid. Well, I mean, did you secretly report? As far as I'm aware, Wes had no idea that you had warned people about Chris Hansen's interview. Especially when made by someone I've never spoken to. True, you spoke to me through a middleman. Not once. I have publicly and privately stated to everyone that I did not want to be involved further. That isn't even new. True. But again, you involved yourself in the first place, throwing the first punch. Then to state my location. Wait, whoa. I said you were a Coloradian spy, and Colorado was in your Twitter bio. And if I scroll up, it says it right here, from Greenwood Village, Colorado. So I don't like the tacit implication there. Oh, this is Cat Wild from my video. My other person, the one who warned us about the Chris Hansen interview. That is who we are talking about currently. The traitor has once again acted like a traitor. Where did I leave off? than to state my location, which again, I always said was Coloradian spy. Apparently you gave away your village. So I don't know what your implication is there. Use clips of my YouTube channel, which is about sex education purely, and throw my name out there. I mean, throw your name out there. There was a name on your YouTube channel and the name you went by. So it's like she's implying that I've doxed her in some way. That's what I'm getting from this. And I don't appreciate that. Like, dude, nobody consented to this video of yours. Consent is not required for this. I am not your spy. Well, you're a spy. You might not be my spy, but you are definitely a spy. Mole or informant. I don't even like you, and I've never spoken to you. If you've never spoken to me, how do you not like me? 99% of the people who've spoken to me say mostly positive things. That's unfair. Even in my videos that you use clips from, I stated I did not wish to be involved. Wait a minute now. I thought your YouTube channel, which is about sex education purely. So why are you talking about using them on your channel? Apparently, it's not about sex education purely. And again, you involved yourself. I stated I did not wish to be involved. Blah blah blah. My issues between Seth/Muse and myself, and I decided I didn't want them public. That's my right and my choice. Well, you did decide you want them to be public. That's the thing. You're acting like I went rogue and did something. It's like you did it in the first place. Well, here's the thing. On who's actually guilty? I think everyone is full of shit. Everyone. Every single one of them. And I'm planning to throw monkey wrenches and stir shit and to cause as many problems as possible until either everything burns to the ground or people start telling the truth. So everyone's guilty of something. That's what I've gathered. All right, we got another thing to get into here. And yes, Muse did win. And that's because Wes Moast is also guilty as fuck of some shit. But now that I can speak freely, since my big secret, the big thing I've been holding in for months is out with the whole, we knew about Chris Hansen and everything, I can speak a little more freely. But, I think everyone's full of shit. Everyone. So we're gonna have to cause some chaos here to actually get to the bottom of it. This is the big one I need to really address. This one, when I read this doesn't make any sense to me. Well, you see, I'm saying everyone is full of shit, not necessarily that everyone is guilty of something, just that they're full of shit. The question begins is, where does Wes's lies end and Muse's truth begin? Like, this is sort of what I'm gathering here. Or where does Muse's lies end and the truth begin? See what I'm saying? But don't worry, we will find it. So help me God. Oh, sorry, wrong hand. So help me God, we will find the truth. Even if we have to burn everything down to do so. The orders for Project Mayhem are to scour the internet in search of Wes Moast's victims, which I'm sure there are full of. No, Roger Brown is not full of shit. Roger Brown is one of the few people on YouTube I trust, and we'll get into his experiences with Wes Moast soon enough as well. Okay. Since apparently this thread isn't enough, and my safety and sanity no longer matter at all, apparently. So, who is threatening your safety? I'm not threatening your safety. Muse probably wasn't threatening your safety. Is Wes threatening your safety? Who else is left to be threatening your safety? But okay, and as for your sanity, I mean, I don't care about your sanity. I like it to drive people insane. It makes me feel less alone. But since my safety and sanity no longer matter at all, apparently, no, Wes didn't hit or creep on me. Yes, he's on my OnlyFans. No, he didn't act inappropriately. There, we done. Can I stop being harassed by everyone on both sides? So she says that people on both sides are harassing her. So I assume she means Wes is also harassing her, right? What other side is there? So this is a very confusing. So I have two ways to look at this. Either I take it at the absolute face value, and she's saying that Wes did nothing wrong, and all Wes wanted to do was help this person, and then she turns around stabs him in the back, plunges the dagger in nice and deep, twists it, sends the message to Muse to let everyone know what was up. Or the alternative route to look at it is she's being harassed by both sides and is making the statement to be left alone. Now, I see, the way I look at things currently is that Miss Cat Wild here is playing both sides, pitting people against each other to promote her OnlyFans. Now, I'd hate for that to be true, but that's the perspective I'm getting at this point. Exactly. Oh, he's trying to play the whole, oh, well, I knew she was asexual before coming in. That's bullshit. I press X to doubt. And yes, definitely keep your ear to the ground. One of his victims reached out publicly in one of my comment sections, if you all want to go hunt for that one. Another one of his victims reached out to me privately. And we'll jump a little bit further into that in just a second. Hold on. Pull up this first. Roger, between you, me, and the walls, I've had some violent thoughts because of all this shit. This shit, really, I don't get angry about YouTube stuff. I'm like you, but as we'll see when we play your little video, okay, this situation really seems to provoke me and you. So it's nice to know I'm not alone in that. Despite an ever-changing... Oh, sorry, let me do the West voice. Despite an ever-changing story, many lies, and a lot of bullshit, I lost in court today. I was served with a 2-year restraining order because of 2 emails in order to pay $2,500 in legal fees. Where I'm from, they call that a refund. But interestingly enough, you were served a 2-year restraining order because of 2 emails, or because of 2 emails. That's the part I'm like, we both know you did more than that, Wes. Come on now. You can bullshit other people, but you can't bullshit me. I'm still waiting for a response to my video. You're dragging your feet. It's been like a month. I wasn't going to do this stream, but I can't wait for you any longer. Some of us have lives and need to move on with shit. Okay, it does not limit my ability to tell my story, though, and there is so much left to tell. Likewise. You see, Wes Moast had a girlfriend in October of 2019. Sorry, but I better specify. And it appears he may have lied and manipulated the court system to get a bullshit restraining order put on her. And we will hopefully be hearing from her soon enough. I have a video dropping this week that will update the happenings since the first case, as well as some of the larger platforms that will be reporting on this as well. Well, of course you're reporting the larger platforms. I mean, let's be real. You were tried to put her in jail. Remember, pending charges. Where did that go? You couldn't even put Vincent Nkotra in jail. Your daddy, Chris Hansen, had to do it. I mean, you kind of suck at fighting your own battles. So definitely should go to some larger platforms. Definitely should. It's probably your best bet. Just to reiterate. Oh, sorry. Missed the pieces. I have a video dropping this week that will update the happenings since the first case, as well as some of the larger platforms that will be reporting on this as well. The story is far from over, and this foolish ruling is yet another wrinkle in my bizarre dealings with a predator. That's funnily enough. As I've said before, Wes Moast has threatened me with the police, and, this is previously. I haven't been in contact with him since my video. But he has also said he's sent my channel to his lawyer. See, I think that's what a predator does when they're being exposed. They try to use the legal system. But as I've said, he didn't put Muse in jail. He couldn't put Vincent Nkotra in jail. I'm starting to get the feeling that he's all bark and no bite. So again, if you were one of his victims watching this, whatever he has threatened you with, whatever he has told you, it's probably bullshit. He probably doesn't have any real power. His big power move is crying on Chris Hansen's shoulder. Just to reiterate, no, this does not impact my First Amendment right to free speech or ability to tell my or your story, nor does it, or anything he does affect mine. That was undoubtedly the desired outcome by the plaintiff, who was asking that all videos be taken down, but that was not the way things work in court. And that's good to know, because I intend to do a full series. No. Wes Moast does not hate Chris Hansen. They're best buddies. Wes sounds like another YouTuber who won't be named. Oh, I've made that comparison before, and the YouTuber who will not be named, Queen of Spade. I'll say her name. See, she made it seem like we were cool, but now she keeps accusing me of doxing her maiden name when it was her who did that. So I'll go ahead and name her. I don't mind if she's pissed off at me. Hold on, I'm looking through chat. Interesting. I think I know who you're referring to. Hold on, Rabbit. One more thing. I wanted to pop up. Now, Roger Brown is in the chat today, so hold on. Where are you at? Here we go. You see, that's what I'm thinking. Now, maybe he will be hiding from both of us, Roger. Now, I'm going to put Roger Brown's little video he made. That's a part of a larger video, but he goes over his experiences with Wes Moast, and it about lines up.
Hello, everyone. How are you today? I'm going to try this again because, let's just say, my first attempt was not up to YouTube standards. Now, it was up to Blake standards, and everyone would have enjoyed it, but unfortunately, it was against terms of service. But I was overly passionate about it all. Now, we will start this all over again. Now, we have the Rich Life saga that we've traveled through this strange ocean, we might say. Well, I've treaded these waters already before, and I was expecting a blow up, and here we've come to a blow up. Well, I've seen these blow ups before. Now, let me tell you of another of Wes Moast, a YouTube creator, and Muse Talks. Well, these are two horrible people that tried to exploit each other, and it completely blew up. Much like this situation here, except this was two YouTubers, Wes Moast and Muse Talks, which changed her name to Plurality Dolls, and her channel is now hid. You can no longer find it. Now, these are two horrible people in the BDSM community. And what he did was bring her to his house. And, I've already divined what his real plan was. Now, out of this, he comes out as the victim. But I have the T on this son of a bitch. And let me tell you my personal story with Wes Moast before we go in any further. My girlfriend talked to Mr. Wes Moast. And I'm talking to my girlfriend, and she's pissed off as fuck at me. And she broke up with me. And I've never been actually able to find out why, other than she had a talk with Wes Moast. And apparently something he said encouraged her to break up with me. So I am now alone in the world because of Mr. Wes Moast. Because, see, he likes to collect women. And that's what Muse Talks was supposed to do when he brought her to his home, was to collect him a harem. Because that's what he wants. He wants he fancies himself a master, a dominant of women, BDSM stuff. And he tries everything he can to get every single woman he can and is under his influence. And in this first attempt, I did say some stuff that was against TOS that could have got my channel banned. Because you know what? Mr. Wes Moast and I, we're going to have a fucking reckoning, that son of a bitch and me. And he can mark that to the fucking bank. And any of you little Wes Moast supporters that see this when I hashtag, you can go back and tell that little cocksucker that. Now, we're done with that because, as I mentioned, the first time what I said went way over TOS and could have got my channel banned. So we just stopped and said, well, we went way too far. So let's frame this a little bit differently. But Mr. Most, you better get the point, you bitch. Because I miss Stephanie very, very much, and my life is hell. And my advice is to stay out of my sphere for the rest of my life. And my also thing is you better call her and set things straight, because you know what? I'm salty. Now, that's the end of me talking about my personal issues with Mr. Most. Yes, you know, as most people know, I don't get upset about YouTube, but this guy ruined my relationship and has left me alone here to die. And let's just say, I need to get off that right now or I'm going to lose my focus. But now that we've framed on what kind of people we're dealing with here.
So as you can see, he clearly has quite a lot to say, and I'm sure we will be hearing more. So please subscribe to Roger Brown. He is a regular on this channel, one of my early subscribers. Down to earth. If he says something happened, it happened. Indeed. Indeed. So, if there's any questions, I'll take them before I go. However, this investigation is going to be very fun, I think. And I have a weird feeling that 2021 will be known as the year that Wes Most's predatory behavior becomes crystal clear. Indeed, if he says something happened, it happened. So his credibility is pretty much undeniable at this point. I've never been fucked around at any way. I've never seen him say anything remotely untruthful. What's the point? Well, the point would be to warn people about his predatory behavior, to hope he doesn't claim any more victims. Also to entertain the crowd, of course. That's always the point. And to vindicate myself. I've been incorrectly called a simp now for months. I have been dragged and belittled publicly. I'm getting some goddamn retribution. So, no, nothing ever happens. No, nothing ever happens. But people's reputation can be damaged. And that's sort of the idea. He has like this perfect reputation that he does not deserve. He has not earned. And I think bringing some of this stuff to light will help people realize that he's not a saint. That is the point. I'm going to be in contact with anyone claiming to be a victim of Wes Moast, just so that we can corroborate with stories, trying to make sure everything lines up. Indeed. Indeed. Hold on, not this one. Yes, indeed. People do, in fact, barely know him. However, it'll serve. People like the bottom of YouTube stuff. And according to him, this is going to be a TV appearance. So as he grows more famous, my investigation will grow more famous. So, hey, where he goes, I go. And no, if I had actual solid evidence of him doing sex trafficking, or, well, here's the thing. The one thing I might be able to get him for, if it's true, the allegations of him having escort websites are true, and I'm able to find something, then we might be able to see something happen. But as it stands, this will most likely be a YouTube restrictive thing. I don't really want to throw people in jail. I'd rather just torment them online. It's much easier. But however, if I find some illegal activity that troubles me, especially if anything involves actually people getting hurt, then yes, there will be stuff that occurs. See, if Chris Hansen can't get people thrown in jail, I doubt I can, though. That's the thing. Onision still runs free, despite the FBI investigation. At least I'm not going to bullshit you. I could be up here telling you, oh, yes, I've got an FBI investigation. I'm coordinating with them. At least I'm a little more, human than Chris Hansen. Yes. When the Game of Thrones mod is released, I want to do a full playthrough of it. However, probably not until then. Trying to keep the gaming streams to a minimum and have them actually be a consistent series. Indeed. Alrighty then. I think I'll wrap it up here. Well, hello there, Ben. And indeed. And my Twitter was used in this video. If you'd like to shoot me a message, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as is tradition. And I will see you next time.